This is Art History with Kenneth on the KJL Podcast Channel, a series where timeless masterpieces are brought to life through the lens of artist and host, Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. Each episode takes viewers on a visual and historical journey, uncovering the stories, styles, and significance behind the world's most influential artists and art movements. From bold brushstrokes to revolutionary ideas, this is where the past meets creative perspective. The journey begins now.
Welcome back to another episode of the Art History Show on the KJL Podcast Channel. I'm your host, Kenneth J. Lewis Sr., and this is episode 3 in our series, Southern Painting, the Untold Histories of Groundbreaking Artists. Today, we explore the delicate power of a woman who painted with pastels and purpose. She wasn't trained. She didn't show in major galleries at first. She taught school, raised a daughter, lived quietly in the Deep South. But she saw beauty, and she made us see it too. On surfaces, most people would throw away. This is Paper Petals, the fragile beauty of Sybil Gibson. Now let's begin. Sybil was born in 1908 in Dora, Alabama. She was educated, sharp-minded. She even earned a degree from Jacksonville State Teachers College. She spent years as an elementary school teacher and later worked with children in social services. But she didn't begin painting until she was 55 years old. One evening in 1963, she picked up a set of children's poster paints and something inside her unlocked. There was no going back. She painted on whatever was around, paper bags, newspapers, scraps of cardboard. To Sybil, it wasn't about fancy canvases or oil paints. It was about feeling something and capturing it before it faded. Her portraits seemed to hover on the edge of memory, ghost-like eyes, soft translucent skin. They feel like visions you've almost forgotten, half remembered dreams like from childhood. But don't be fooled by their gentleness, their strength, and her restraint. Her brushstrokes may be quiet, but they speak volumes. Now let's break down what makes Sybil Gibson's work so captivating. Translucent layers. She often watered down her paint, creating gauzy layers that feel weightless. Non-traditional surfaces. She elevated brown paper bags to the level of fine art. Ethereal faces. The eyes in her portraits are wide, innocent, and filled with mystery. Floral motifs. Her love of flowers is clear. Roses, daisies, petals, imbued it with spirit. And one of the most important things, the simplicity. No clutter, no noise, just emotion and intention. If Sybil's delicate paintings have moved you so far, do me a favor. Tap that like button. Share this episode with someone who loves art that whispers and lingers. And subscribe to the KJL Podcast Channel so that you won't miss the next story in our Southern Painter series. Also, know that we have Art with Kenneth, where I conduct demonstrations and time lapses and art talk. Also, I have the Muse Unveiled show experience. It's a great show that's debuting in a couple of weeks. After years of creating, Sybil's work began to attract attention. In 1970s, she had exhibitions across the South and into New York, but her relationship with art world was somewhat complex. She often disappeared from the public life at times, even went missing. She left hundreds of paintings behind in abandoned homes and storage units. Collectors found them years later, often rolled up or weathered by time, and yet they still had power. Even when worn, torn, or faded, they glowed. Sybil passed away in 1995. She left behind over 600 known works. Some are preserved in major collections, including the Museum of American Folk Art and the Smithsonian American Art Museum. But many are lost, scattered, and forgotten. Sybil didn't paint for recognition. She painted because she had to, because something inside her needed to come out. Softly, gently, but insistently. She showed us that beauty doesn't need to be given permission, and art doesn't need approval to be real. If Sybil's story touched you, drop a comment below. What do her works remind you of? What's your paper bag? Your overlooked tool waiting to become art? I'm Kenneth J. Lewis Sr., and this is Paper Petals, the fragile beauty of Sybil Gibson. Episode 3 of Southern Painters, the untold histories of groundbreaking artists, only on the KJL Podcast Channel. Until next time, stay visionary, stay open, and always look deeper.
Thank you for watching Art History with Kenneth on the KJL Podcast Channel. If this episode inspired, informed, or intrigued you, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more. Kenneth J. Lewis Sr. returns every other week with more captivating stories from the art world, exploring the legends, the techniques, and the timeless works that continue to shape our creative world. Until the next brushstroke in history, keep watching, keep wondering, and keep the art alive.